So I'm in my devotion time with the Lord, and I want to share something that the Lord put on my heart to share that He's been talking to me about. And it's on the step that you can't take. And the reason why you can't take the step is because you've tried with everything that you've had and you couldn't do it. The step that you feel like you can't. Like you feel like you don't even have the ability to. You've given up on it because you can't see yourself doing it. And you really just don't want to. I don't want to do this thing. I don't want to. See, oftentimes we get to a point where we are continuing to make the step. And in doing so, when we're making the step, we say, I just don't have it. I just can't. I just have given up on it. And we don't understand. We're like, why is this? Why is this that no matter what happens, I keep having to come back to this step? And it was something that I was talking to the Lord about. I'm going to just be honest. It's just like, I don't understand why we keep coming back to this step. Like, you're asking me if I'll do this step, but I keep telling you I don't want to do it. So I don't understand why we have to keep coming back to it and keep revisiting it several times over. You're asking me as though I have a choice, but when I finally make the choice, and after I've tried everything that I can to do it and realize I can't do it, and I don't want to do it, you ask me after a period of time if I'll do it. And I'm like, when does the conversation change and you just tell me you're forced to have to do this? And I'll be honest, I was feeling away because I'm like, okay, so now you're forcing me to do this. Now you're telling me I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay, if that's the conversation, let that be the conversation. Why do I keep getting asked, will you, if I told you several times, no, I don't want to because I've tried and I can't? But yet you keep asking me. Here's the thing. The Lord can receive and accept all of your raw. I want you to know that. He can receive and accept all of your raw. All of it. When I did that, this is what the Lord told me in that moment. What He said was, think about Jesus on the cross. But yet, think of Him before that, in the garden. He didn't want to. He didn't feel like His mind had changed. He wasn't like, okay, so now I see that this is what you want me to do. So, okay, I understand, and now it's what I want to do too. That was not what happened in the garden. What happened in the garden was the Lord being so overwhelmed with the point that in His very flesh was something he did not want to do, that he was sweating blood. It was so against what he wanted to do. Do you see that? So I felt in this state of like frustration and irritation and just like what? I don't want to do it. I don't. Like, it just frustrates me to no end. I don't. And God was telling me, like, Jesus didn't want to, in his flesh, be crucified either. It's not that he ever came to a place to where he wanted to do it, that he had understanding of it. It's just that, and not even that his will was modified or changed at all. He said, please pass this cup before me. Very clear. And that didn't change. Pass the cup before me. Pass the cup before me. Pass the cup before me. Period. He didn't want the cup. He didn't want it. And he was clear about it. He didn't sugarcoat it. Pass it before me. What does this mean? I don't want any parts of it. There's nothing about this that I like, that I want, that I desire. Pass it before me. And he didn't say, okay, but see, since you want it, I understand that it needs to be done, and maybe I've come around and I've come to believe that this is something that I should have. That no, he prayed again. Pass this. Matter of fact, he went 3 times and prayed, pass this cup before me. Pass this cup before me. Pass this cup before me. He even went back, told his disciples that are with him, y'all pray for me. Pray. Pray right now so that you don't fall into temptation. Pray. Can you even keep watch? Come on. This is the situation that Christ was in. And the Lord was telling me, this is where the breakthrough happens. Because this is where true surrender happens. True surrender don't happen when you do something you want and can understand and can lean into. True surrender happens when everything in your very soul, every aspect of your being wants to go one way, but you say, not my way, yours. Not my will, yours. See, we have this understanding that I got to be positioned, I got to be inclined to the thing. God is like, not necessary, not required. I need you positioned and inclined to me. That's it. Think about that. Think about how the Lord prayed in the garden. Please pass this cup before me, to the point of suffering. Please pass this cup before me. Please pass this cup before me, but not my will, your will. Not my will, but your will. Not my will, but your will be done. Some of us have to get to the point, and this is where the Lord is telling me, you got to take your emphasis off of the thing and put it on me and say, not my will, but your will be done. He's asking you to do something that requires the ultimate sacrifice, that requires true surrender, that requires you to give up your will for God's. It's the open door he has for you that he wants you to walk through. It's the breakthrough. It's the final step. Do it. Talk soon.